Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, Apple Valley, California.
Science and Technology Channel.
Hope you liked the last two segments about de-extinctifying animals. That was pretty cool.
Pretty interesting.
My wife, again, brought me this article. We're not paying her anything. I mean, we don't get paid at all, but I'm not paying her anything for finding material for me. Let's just put that out there, okay?
Okay.
Scientists said Wednesday they have developed the world's tiniest pacemaker, a temporary heartbeat regulator smaller than a grain of rice that can be injected and controlled by light before dissolving. How do you get light down in your heart? I don't understand that. Okay. While still years away from being tested in humans, if it's that small, it's probably being tested in mice.
We're going to talk about that, aren't we?
I don't know. The wireless pacemaker was hailed as a transformative breakthrough that could spur advances in other areas of medicine. Would you like to know more?
Millions of people across the world have permanent pacemakers, which stimulate hearts with electrical pulses to ensure they beat normally. The U.S.-led team of researchers behind the new device said they were motivated to help the 1% of children born with congenital heart defects who need a temporary pacemaker in the week after surgery. That's
like one of the babies in our ward.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Well, we've got a couple in our ward, but she's not a baby anymore. The pacemaker also could also help adults restore a normal heartbeat as they recover from heart surgery.
Yeah, my brother passed away from heart arrhythmia. He skipped a beat and he couldn't recover. So maybe that would have helped him.
How old was he?
He was 30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, it is young. Currently, temporary pacemakers require surgery to sew electrodes onto heart muscles with wires connecting to a powered device on the patient's chest. It's like a little battery there.
Yeah.
When the pacemaker is no longer needed, doctors and nurses pull out the wires, which can sometimes cause damage, especially if it's growing around the wire. Neil Armstrong, the first person to allegedly walk on the moon.
Allegedly? Really?
Did
you put that in there?
I put that in there. Just to rile it up, you know. I know he was on the moon. I believe that.
Okay.
But for all those naysayers, I threw that in there. Died from internal bleeding after his temporary pacemaker was removed in 2012. And that's sad. I saw him speak.
I don't remember that.
I saw
don't
him
remember
speak.
hearing him that he died like that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, like in 2008 or 9?
You were at a conference?
7.
You were at a conference?
Yeah, my company pulled him in as a motivational speaker. Yeah, for like a conference for all of us.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess he knew somebody. I guess maybe because we had a retired 3-star general. Maybe he knew him. I don't know.
I remember where I was when they set foot on the moon.
When they filmed it?
Yeah, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Yeah. But the newly developed, they didn't film it.
Well, that's how we saw it.
They did film it.
That's a correct statement,
They
Scott.
transmitted it. Okay. But the newly developed pacemaker is wireless and at just 1 millimeter thick and 3.5 millimeters long, it can fit into the tip of a syringe.
It's tiny.
Yeah. It has also been designed to dissolve into the body when no longer needed, sparing patients invasive surgery.
How does it know when to dissolve? That's what I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And how does it get that current to start? If it's a grain of rice, I don't know.
The pacemaker is paired to a soft patch worn on the patient's chest, according to a study describing the device in the journal Nature. When the patch detects irregular heartbeats, it automatically flashes light that tells the pacemaker what heartbeat it should stimulate.
Okay, I'm catching what they're pitching.
Okay.
The pacemaker is powered by what is called a galvanic cell, which uses the body's fluids to convert chemical energy into electrical impulses that stimulate the heart. That's genius. So far, the pacemaker, there's some people that think that we're like Duracell batteries right now in a like hooked up where machines feed off from our electrical energy. There's people that believe that.
Okay. They live amongst us.
Yes, they do. And that this is all a dream. You know, we're actually in tanks supplying energy to the machines.
Okay.
Sounds
like a great movie.
Sounds like an R-rated movie. I need to repent. Which uses the body's fluids to convert chemical energy into electrical pulses that stimulate the heart. So far, the pacemaker has worked effectively in tests on mice, rats, pigs, dogs, and human heart tissue in the lab. according to the study. Senior study author John Rogers of Northwestern University in the United States told AFP he estimated the pacemaker could be tested in humans in 2 to 3 years. His lab has launched a startup to pursue this goal, he added.
In the future, the underlying technology could also create unique and powerful strategies to address societal challenges in human health, Rogers said. Bozhai Tayan,
Not making that name up.
okay, whose lab at the University of Chicago has also developed light-activated pacemakers, but was not involved in the latest research, called it a significant leap forward. This new pacemaker is a transformative breakthrough in medical technology, he told the AFP. It's a paradigm shift in temporary pacing and bioelectronic medicine, opening up possibilities far beyond cardiology, including nerve regeneration, wound healing, and integrated smart implants.
That's awesome.
Unquote.
How do they know when it said temporary? So how do they know when it goes out and dissolves and to put a new one in? How do they know that? I'd like to know that.
Maybe they tested
question.
the longevity of it. And they know when it, maybe they go in just before it completely dissolves. I don't know.
This science is hotter than direwolf puppies, don't you think?
Well,
It could save lives.
it could save lives, which the dire wolves are going to take lives.
They're gonna, they're cute, but they'll rip your throat right
cute
out.
now, just like any puppy.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they're gonna. Yeah. So this
Direwolves.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Hats off to my wife. Keep them coming, honey.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid. I'm not giving you a dime.
Thank you.
As my wife likes to say, what's mine's is mine's, and what's yours is mine's. She says that.
That's a typical marriage. So, okay.
Okay, we'll see you.
Have a good one.